Alright guys, so it seems like the LR hints were on the nose after all, and we're going to be getting an LR Turles for part 2 with a domain as well. So give yourselves a pat on the back if you did get that right. Extreme Tech be eating good the last couple years, let me just put it that way. So let me know your thoughts of Turles down in the comments. Let's jump into his details, react to his animations, and react to the kit. So he's going to be leading Space Traveling Warriors or lower class warrior category with the key +3, HP, attack, and defense plus 200%. And then he does have an entrance animation when you activate it, when there is another Space Traveling Warriors or Terrifying Conquerors category ally upon the character's entry. So you have Dokkan Fest Metal Cooler Army, you also have Super Easy A Cooler, just to name the main two at the moment. He will then gain key +6 and damage reduction rate of 10% for one turn, one time, and then one time Space Traveling Warriors or Terrifying Conquerors category allies key +1, 20% attack, plus an additional key +1, an attack of 30% for characters who also belong to the Planetary Destruction category for 4 turns. So some pretty nice juicy support for 4 turns as well, which is always a bonus. And then he'll start with 250% attack and defense and a chance to crit and damage reduction rate of 50%. So on turn 1, on his first appearance for 1 turn, Turles will have a total of 60% damage reduction at least. Then when HP is 50% or more, he has guaranteed guard. So again, going forward for the entirety of the fight at least, you've got a 50% damage reduction in guard, which post super is probably pretty solid. Most units cope with that in the game right now. However, again, turn 1 for 1 turn only, you've got 60% damage reduction and guard as long as your HP is 50% or above. Then when receiving an attack, 300% defense, which is a lot of defense to get to go with the damage reduction, and guard. Then when attacking with 18 or more key, 200% attack and a guaranteed additional super. Then for every super attack performed with 18 or more key, you do gain key +3 up to 6, which Turles does keep. So pretty much, as long as you do 2 18 key super attacks, you've got your full 6 key. I mean, that's pretty straightforward and simple enough. And to be fair, looks to be pretty useful because this key +6 here is literally 1 turn. There's no key in his passive, and then this is the only key he's getting off build up. So actually kind of needed. Then attacking with 24 key, 200% attack, and a chance to crit by 20%, which, I'm not going to lie, this seems a little bit jarring. Usually these aren't too bad, and you may miss out on them here and there. But I mean, the main source of Turles' key is literally this build up here. Which is probably not difficult to trigger, mind you. But 24 key, and that's a lot of attack to miss out on as well. Like, the crit's nice. I mean, you can technically get 70% chance to crit combined with this base part of his passive up here. But that's a decent amount of stats to probably miss out on quite a lot of the time. I mean, we'll see. Then for every super attack performed with 24 key, he does gain key +3 up to 6. I mean, that's probably how you combat it, so you can get this a bit more consistent. But you have to get the 24 key first. So we'll see how that works in game. And then when the domain of Tree of Might is active, you receive an additional key +2 per key sphere obtained. Okay, that's how you're going to get the 24 key a little bit more consistently. Dokkan, I see you. I see you. Maybe I misjudged a little bit too quickly. Then recovers 5% HP per key sphere obtained, up to 50%. That's a good amount of healing as well. Yes, it's while the domain is active. If you do run dual leads, you can of course have 2. But up to 50, that's half your health. You know, if you know item runners, this is actually clutch. This is big. Really big. Then he gains 200% attack and a chance to crit by 30% when attacking, and then 25% damage reduction when receiving an attack. Okay, here we go. So when the domain is up, not only are you getting an extra key +2 per key sphere obtained, and then you've got this key build up here of 18 keys. This is to help you get this a bit more consistently, and then Turles is rocking out with at least 12 key, and then 2+ key per key sphere obtained here. So hopefully should be chilling. There might be a few instances where you just miss the 24 key trying to build this up. The healing, I think, is sick, by the way, because this is constant. So if you get him enough orbs, you've got half health healing. He does get a lot in terms of stats. You've got 250 here. You've got the support for 4 turns, which doesn't say self-excluded. You've then got 200% attack here, 200% attack here, and 200% attack here. So Turles looks like he's going to be tanking pretty well anyway. Really well with the domain up post-super, probably especially. And it looks like he's probably putting out pretty good numbers as well. He's a really good yellow coin LR. I mean, dare I say, Terrifying Conquerors right now is probably one of the strongest. But definitely up there, stronger categories in the game. Dokkan's, again, just done a great job at buffing out these categories that really need the help. And then you've got 30% crit chance here. You've got 20% crit chance here. Then you've got base 50% crit chance here. So that means with the domain up, and if you get this, if you hit a 24 key super attack, you've literally got guaranteed crit with the potential high numbers that Turles is doing anyway. Fair play. And then 25% damage reduction when receiving an attack with the domain up. With this, you got 75% damage reduction and guard. And again, post super. I mean, Dokkan, if you want to easy A the Fizz Turles, this guy in slot 2, the other one, depending on how the easy A goes, slot 2 with the following rotation. Terrifying Conquerors, Space Traveling Warriors, movie bosses, big buff. And it gives you options. So his active skills, Seer the Tree of Might, can be activated when HP is 50% or less, when there's another Space Traveling Warriors or Terrifying Conquerors category ally attacking in the same turn, starting from turn 3. So you can have Turles' domain up as soon as turn 3, and if he appears on turn 1, as soon as his second appearance. He's got great active skill conditions as well, fair play. And he creates a domain tree of might which lasts for 3 turns. His link skills are Brutal Beatdown, Big Bad Bosses, Thirst of Conquest, Destroyer of the Universe, Team Turles, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. I mean, literally, Easy A the Fizz one or Super Easy A the AOGL one. We're sitting good, we're sitting pretty. Categories, not so many. Space Traveling Warriors, Low Class Warriors, Movie Bosses, Pure Saiyans, Terrifying Conquerors, Final Trump Card, and Planetary Destruction. And then on 12 key will greatly raise attack and raise defense by 30% for 1 turn. So 50% attack raise is solid. Then on 18 key will massive raise attack by 100% and raise defense by 20 or 30% for 1 turn. Again, I mean, yeah, Turles is going to be doing a lot of damage. He might not do loads and loads of super attacks. However, one big 100% attack raise with all the stat boosts for his passive, you're probably looking at easy 60-70 million plus with a lot of crit. Especially while the domain is up as well. Which Space Traveling Warriors or Terrifying Conqueror category enemies and allies, 15% attack and defense, plus an additional attack and defense, plus 10% for characters who also belong to the Planetary Destruction category, increases damage received by superclass enemies and allies by 10%. So that's an extra for him alone, 25% attack and defense. He's going to be doing a lot of damage. What I like for the fact is not only is he going to be putting out some very good numbers, not only has he got a domain that's going to go up, that's going to buff a lot of the recent units, the recent Dokkan Fest, the Super Easy A Fizz Final Form Caller, etc, etc. But also, to be fair, Easy A Fizz Raditz, Easy A Strength Nappa, Easy A Tech Raditz, they benefit from this as well. I just want to point that out there. And Dokkan Fest Vegeta and Nappa, just as a side note. But he gets a lot of buffs for himself as well. And as I said, not only is he going to be doing big amounts of damage, like a big number of loads of crit, but he looks like he tanks really well as well. If you get dupes in the sky or skill orbs, you probably mainly just want to give him additional, but primarily dodge just to give him something else to make him even better. He's actually probably one of the better yellow coin LRs in the game, dare I say, and he's not even out yet. He actually looks really, really good. I'd love to use him, but I don't have the cooler. Right, what are Dokkan cooking with these animations?
So Earth would be the planet that could bear the fruit of the tree.
Alright, we got a remake, basically, of the Fizz Turles. I don't mind that. The ball bag's getting in there. I mean, kind of a peak shot for Turles. I'm not going to lie. I'm not expecting anything too flashy. I mean, they look clean. They look clean. I can't ask for much more. Technically, Turles is going green, you know. He's planting trees. Can't hate the guy for it, you know. Domain looks good as well. Okay. It looks like Dokkan trying to add a little bit of flair on. Dare I say the animations, they're clean, they look nice, but dare I say they look a little bit old?
So Earth would be the planet that could bear the fruit.
Dare I say they look a little bit dated? Again, it looks like we're going back in the vault and using up what we had left from like a year or two ago. Maybe even longer than that, because a year ago we got SSJ4 Gogeta. We know how peak his animations are. I'm not saying every unit's gonna look like that, okay? That's not fair. But it does kind of look like we're going back like at least 2-3 years and getting animations maybe we've had locked away in the vault for a little bit. Cooler kind of had the same treatment. I'm not saying they look bad. They look clean. They look solid. I was not expecting anything flashy for Turles because it's Turles. He had a couple cool shots in there to make him look a bit sick, give him a little bit of aura, you know, give him a bit of a pizzazz, all that kind of like good shit. But they just look a little bit old. I don't know if that's me hating or me being a bit harsh. It's just the way it looks. Like, this is fine. He's got a cool shot in there. Whatever. It just looks old. But you can let me know your thoughts down in the comments. Maybe I'm being a bit too harsh. You can also let me know what you think of LR Turles as well. I'll see you in the next video, guys. Take care. Have a great day. And peace.